Like to call to order the 1,610 regular meeting of the President of the Board of Trustees for the Village of Machesney Park on this 18th day of February 2025. Please rise for invocation given this evening by Pastor Luke Uran from First Free Rockford and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Trustee Julie Bulgy.
Gracious Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight with gratitude for your goodness, your grace, and your privilege of seeking you in all things. Lord, we thank you for this community, the leaders who serve it. Thank you for the freedom we have to open this meeting in prayer, to acknowledge you as the source of wisdom and justice. Tonight, Lord, I lift up Mayor Johnson and members of this village board of trustees. Lord, they've been entrusted with the responsibility of leading and making decisions that affect the lives of so many. So, Lord, I ask that you grant them wisdom beyond their own understanding. The word tells us that when we ask for wisdom, that you give generously. So I pray that you would guide them tonight with clarity, with discernment, and a heart that sees what is truly good, right, and honoring and pleasing to you. Father, I ask that you give them strength in the face of difficult choices, unity, even when there are differences of opinion, and a deep sense of responsibility to serve the people of this city with integrity and humility. May they lead not for personal gain, but for the good of others. May they seek justice, love mercy, and walk humbly before you. God, we know that you are God of order and peace. I pray that this meeting would reflect that heart by respect, wisdom, and a spirit of collaboration. And above all, I pray that each person here would be reminded of Jesus' greatest commandment, to love the Lord with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love their neighbors as themselves. Lord, may this community in the Machesney Park be blessed because of the work that is done in this room here tonight. I pray all this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior.
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the Deputy Clerk please take roll call?
Trustee Sykes?
Here.
Trustee Stromberg? Here. Trustee Wilson?
Here.
Trustee Bogey?
Here.
Mayor Johnson?
Here.
5 present, 2 absent.
Deputy Clerk's taking the roll, and we have a quorum this evening. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the February 3rd board. So made.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Wilson, second by Trustee Stromberg. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes have been approved. Next, we'll have the Treasurer's Report from Treasurer Deb Holmes.
Good evening. The Treasurer's Report as of February 10th, 2025 reflects the total of all funds to be $45,585,220.20. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to accept the Treasurer's Report.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Wilson, second by Trustee Stromberg. May we have roll call, please?
Trustee Sykes?
Aye.
Trustee Stromberg?
Aye.
Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Trustee Bogey?
Aye.
Mayor Johnson?
Aye.
5 ayes, 2 absent.
Motion has been approved and the Treasurer's Report will be placed on file for audit. Next, we have communications from Deputy Clerk Sarah Cortina.
Thank you, Your Honor. I don't have anything tonight.
Next, we'll have the warrant. Trustee Aaron Wilson.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Administration and Finance Committee met this evening. We've awarded totaling $106,479.91. I'd like to make a motion for its approval.
Second. Motion by Trustee Wilson, second by Trustee Sipes. Any discussion? Hearing none, may we have roll call, please?
Trustee Bogey? Aye. Trustee Sykes?
Aye.
Trustee Stromberg?
Aye.
Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Mayor Johnson?
Aye.
5 ayes, 2 absent.
Bills have been approved. Next on the agenda is administrative reports. Under Mayor's Report, first this evening, I would like to thank Mrs. Rush's first grade class for allowing me to had the opportunity to participate in the World Read Out Loud at Olson Park Elementary School. I loved how enthusiastic and inquisitive the children are at this grade level. Next, I attended the Chamber After Hours event hosted by Members Alliance Credit Union on Thursday, February 13th, which is a great way to network with Chamber members. And finally, this evening, as always, I want to remind everybody how important it is to shop locally, for it helps your local businessmen, community year round. Continuing on with the ministry reports, next would be Attorney Tom.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no report.
You. Next would be Village Administrator James Richter II.
Thank you, Mayor. No report this evening.
You. Next would be Finance and HR Director Shannon Hanson.
Thank you, Mayor Johnson. I have no report, but I do have the quarterly investment report. Included in your packet is a quarterly investment report for October 1st through December 31st, 2024. Accrued interest for the fourth quarter of 24 on the village's 18 interest-bearing accounts totaled $445,707, which is an increase of $13,629 over the prior year at this point in time, but a decrease of $42,815 compared to the third quarter interest earned. The village enjoyed higher interest rates for a majority of 24, but is now feeling the impact of declining rates. In particular, rates for the 3 Wintrust accounts with a combined balance of $11.8 million and the 2 Illinois fund accounts totaling $4.1 million dropped from 5.43% to 4.65% and 5.23% to 4.69% respectively. As we begin planning for the 2026 fiscal year, the village will plan for conservative interest income.
Thank you. Next would be Community Development and Building Coordinator Izzy Montajano.
Thank you. Good evening. I just wanted to let the board know that the village will be applying again for the IDA rehab grant again this year. We plan on submitting the application at the end of the month.
Very good. Next would be Public Works Director Mitch Hilden.
No report. Thank you.
Thank you. Next would be Village Engineer Chris Dopkins.
No report this evening, Your Honor. Thank
You. Next would be Public Safety Supervisor Deputy Chief Josh Gester.
Mayor, I have nothing for tonight. Thanks.
You. Next would be Committee and Trustee Reports. Does any trustee have a report this week? Trustee Wilson.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Administration and Finance Committee met this evening. We have 2 resolutions that will be going forward. One is for tonight, that is 10R25. The other one's for March 3rd, it's 9R25.
Any further trustee reports? Seeing none. Next is consent agenda. Would the village administrator, James Richter II, present all items to be considered under the consent agenda?
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight's consent agenda consists of 8 agenda items, including the following. Item 10.1, the first reading of ordinance 1-25, approving a text amendment to allow administrative variances from the building material design standards. Item 10.2, the first reading of ordinance 2-25, approving a text amendment to reduce the required drive-through bypass lane width from 14 feet to 12 feet. Item 10.3, the first reading of ordinance 3-25, approving an increase in the number of Class A liquor licenses and approving a Class A, Class P, and Class G liquor licenses for TAP 251 at 11700 North 2nd Street. Item 10.4, the first reading of ordinance 4-25, approving a text amendment to the fee schedule Appendix B to reestablish the final plat engineering review fee. Item 10.5, resolution 5R25, responding to a zoning application under consideration by the Winnebago County Zoning Board. Item 10.6, resolution 7R25, approving a redevelopment agreement with DMR Wellness LLC and Trojan Holdings LLC. Item 10.7, Resolution 8R25, approving an economic incentive agreement with Trojan Holdings LLC. And item 10.8, Resolution 10R25, approving a conditional land donation agreement with CDA Housing, Inc. for senior housing. Thank you.
You. There are any items a trustee would like removed from the consent agenda to be considered separately? Hearing none, The consent agenda has been accepted as presented. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So made.
Second. Motion by trustee Stromberg, second by trustee Sipes. May we have roll call, please?
Trustee Wilson.
Aye.
Trustee Bogey. Aye. Trustee Sykes.
Aye.
Trustee Stromberg.
Aye.
Mayor Johnson.
Aye.
5 ayes, 2 absent.
Consent agenda has been approved. Trustee Sipes.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to bypass the rules and bring back ordinance 03-25 for second reading tonight.
We have a motion by trustee Sipes to waive the rules and bring back ordinance 0325 for second reading. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Bogey. May we have roll call on the motion to waive the rules?
Trustee Stromberg.
Aye.
Trustee Wilson.
Aye.
Trustee Bogey. Aye. Trustee Sykes.
Aye.
Mayor Johnson.
Aye.
5 ayes, 2 absent.
Motion carries. So now I will entertain a motion to approve for second reading ordinance 0325. Do we have a motion?
Second.
Motion by trustee Sipes, second by trustee Bogey. And we already had staff report discussion. May we have roll call, please?
Trustee Sykes.
Aye.
Trustee Stromberg.
Aye.
Trustee Wilson.
Aye.
Trustee Bogey. Aye. Mayor Johnson.
Aye.
5 ayes, 2 absent.
Ordinance 0325 has passed for final reading. Next would be old business. Do we have any old business? Seeing none. Next would be new business, which we have none. Next would be public comment. Does anybody want to address the board for the good of the village? Hearing none. Next would be adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made.
Second.
By motion by trustee Stromberg, second by trustee Bogey. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.